Hey, what's up, everybody? So I couldn't go into the new year without getting a new haircut, of course. So I decided to swing by my local barbershop, Miami's finest barbershop in downtown, and get a fresh fade, get a fresh look going into a fresh year and just start things off on the right track. But not to mention, I have to go in there about once a week anyway because my hair grows faster than wildfire, and if I don't get in there every 7 to 10 days, I start to look like a werewolf. Not the full-blown werewolf, cool werewolf, but more in that middle awkward stage where you can still see that there's evidence of a human, but it's starting to look a little bit feral. So yeah, every 7 to 10 days, I usually roll by the barbershop, go and visit one of my friends over there, either Hobby or Q, and get a fresh fade. So I remember back in the 80s when the first Top Gun movie came out with Tom Cruise, everybody was getting flat top haircut, which is kind of short on the side, and as the name would suggest, flat on the top. And this is the first haircut I got where I didn't have to, brush it or comb it or style it or anything like that. And I fell in love. I said, oh yeah, no more of that. So I had flat tops for a couple of years. And then as I got older, as a teenager, I kind of faded into hip hop and ended up getting a fade haircut, which is kind of like a number 2. I mean, it depends on your hair. But I usually get like a number 1 or number 2 on the top. And then they shave the sides down to the skin. And as the name would suggest, they fade it up so you don't see the line transition. So I like that. And then I have a scar on the side of my head from an incident that happened when I was a kid where I split my head open on a brick. So I have a little scar on the side of my head. So I usually ask the barbershop to do like a little zigzag part on the side of my head. So the line goes back and then comes back to the scar and then goes back again. And it's not so much that I'm trying to hide it. It's just a way to give it a different look and just kind of spice it up a little bit so it's not the same every time. I've seen videos where they make jokes about guys when they step into the barbershop and when they step out, and it's true. You definitely step out feeling a little more confident and just feeling a little more refreshed. You look better and you feel better. And I think there's more to it than just the way you look. The barbershop is somewhat of a sanctuary. It's kind of a place where people go and they, indulge in conversation. It's where you can kind of catch up on what's going on with other people in your neighborhood. It's where you can, talk about sports or, girls or, just kind of chopping it up and see what people have been getting into. In every city I've been to, there's always a common thing, and that seems to be that at the barbershop, there's always some good conversations and some good opinions flying around. So going to the barbershop is more than just about how you look. It's a practice of self-care, and taking care of yourself is more than just grooming. You're also signaling to the world that you take care of yourself, and especially as somebody in a wheelchair where, it's sad to say, but it's true, you kind of start off with negative social credit with a lot of people because they see you in a chair. Oftentimes they assume that you're not, mentally coherent, that you don't take care of yourself, that you might not be a clean person, you might not be their equal, when, in a lot of cases, we actually take better care of ourselves than the average person because of our situation with the wheelchair. We need to make sure that we're, well maintained and healthy and whatnot. So, I would personally put my self-care routine up against any of my able-bodied counterparts, but I think it's important to have those kind of practices in your life where you almost ritualize your self-care, whether it's a haircutting routine or, shaving or doing your oral care or doing your skin care. Me personally, the more I ritualize some of these things, it makes it a special thing, and it's a time where I, don't just freshen up and take care of myself, but I also wind down mentally and, take the time to really take care of myself. Oftentimes how we take care of ourselves, we signal to the world that we are doing well, physically, mentally, we're ready for success, we're ready for the future, and we're just like anybody else. And when you look better, you feel better, you have confidence that just kind of spills over into different parts of your life. And grooming and self-care is a very simple but powerful way to invest in yourself on a daily basis. So we all need to make sure that we have our own self-care rituals and our little things that we do daily or weekly to not just keep our appearance on point, but to also keep our mental situation on point. And to take time every day just to take care of ourselves on the outside. And by doing that, we often take care of ourselves on the inside. So that's one of my versions of self-care. And if you're ever in downtown Miami, make sure you swing by Miami's finest barbershop and ask for either Javi or Q. Tell them that Ty sent you. And my guys over there will take good care of you. They're professionals, and I got a lot of respect for them because they're both entrepreneurs. They used to work at a different barbershop, got their own barbershop, set up their own business, and went from being employees to being bosses, and I respect that. So, everybody have a good year. Make sure you take care of yourself on the outside and on the inside. And I'll see you in the next video.